I take you through all my numbers. 15, my dad wore 51 in high school, so I changed it around. 15 in high school, 15 at St. John's, 15 in Chicago. My first year at Indiana, 15. Then I went to 23 for Michael Jordan. Then I went to 91 for Dennis Rodman. Traded to Sacramento. Then I went for 93 for the 9 being a Q and the 3 being the uppercase V. Went to Houston, the 96, the 9 is a Q and the 6 is a lowercase v. And now I'm in LA, and 37 represents the number of weeks that Thriller was #1, Michael Jackson's album, greatest selling album of all time. I spoke to some of his family members, and they was real happy, that I picked the number.
I am a little bit confused there, Ron. There was a lot of stuff going on there about them numbers, but I know this for sure. If Thriller had been #1 for just 24 weeks, he would be out of luck, because that number belongs to Kobe Bryant. Now, players have all kinds of reasons for the numbers that they wear, as you've heard Ron Artest telling you why. Kobe said he was switching from number 8 to 24 because his work ethic runs 24 hours a day. Dikembe Mutombo wore 55 because that's the number was given in college, although many people, including myself, believe it actually refers to his age. Now, former NBA center Sean Bradley had a very unusual number, 76, but not so unusual when you realize that it was meant to symbolize his height, which was 7'6". Pretty tricky. Now, another big man, George Murasand, my man, Georgie, he outdid it because when he came into the league, he was 1 inch taller and he went 1 number higher. See, his number was 77 because he was 7'7". Now, Gilbert Arenas chose the number 0. It had nothing to do with his size. It was because his doubters at the University of Arizona thought he would play 0 minutes. The NBA's most famous number, of course, is 23, belonging to the one and only Michael Jordan. And now another famous 23, LeBron James, told our Craig Sager that no NBA player should ever wear it again, including him. And last week, here on our show, MJ responded.
I think I'm going to change my number next year. I think no guy in the NBA should ever wear 23. I think he can't get the NBA logo. Much respect to Jerry West. So I think his number shouldn't be worn by any player in the NBA. So I'm thinking about just changing my number next year, just to show the tribute that what he did for this game, the pioneer, everybody. He laid down the stepping stones for everybody to come up through the ranks. And I'm gonna change my number next year because that's how much respect I got for a guy like that.
It was very nice. I totally understand that, but I'm a guy that says there's no one great player in the NBA. The NBA lasts a lot longer than one particular person. So I understand what his point is, and Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Bill Russell, all those guys should have their jerseys retired too. So I understand his gesture, but I'm in the same group as those guys. So I wouldn't want to see my jersey retired unless you're going to retire those guys.
If the NBA does go along with LeBron's idea, it would affect 13 players who currently wear number 23. The list includes some notables like Marcus Camby, Kevin Martin, and Jason Richardson. Most of those guys say they have no problem giving up the number. There has been one dissenter, New York Knicks rookie Tony Douglas, who says he does not want to give up his number 23. I give you this scenario. If LeBron James ever happened to come to the Knicks, Tony's giving up the 23. Now, we mentioned Kobe Bryant choosing 24 because of his 24-hour work ethic. As great as he is, Kobe's always trying to improve his game, and recently he had some help from Hall of Fame center Hakeem Olajuwon. Now, Kobe asked Hakeem if he could teach him some of his low-post moves, so right before training camp, the man known as the Dream spent some time showing him some spin moves and some head fakes and even his legendary dream shake, which I taught Hakeem. Now, Hakeem is a great all-around athlete, but I thought I could get the best of him, so back in his playing days with the Rockets, I challenged this man to our very own Olympics. It was a wide range of athletic events right in his own backyard. We started out with basketball, but you can't expect me to beat a man in his own game. Next, we played soccer, but I forgot he grew up playing soccer, so that wasn't fair either. Where I really felt like I could get him was ping pong, but it was bright, sun was in my eyes, and I think he cheated. So, as a competitor, now I'm such a competitor, it made me even more determined, so I challenged to a rematch. And this time, I wanted to even the playing field.
There is no way that he's going to know how to play checkers or cricket. I know it. He can't play that. For Ahmad. Man. So, you played cricket before, huh?
Something like that. I'm going to surprise him. I'm going to throw him a spin ball.
He's going to expect me to. Yeah, I bet he's going to try to throw me that spin ball. He's got to hit the wicket. He ain't going to hit this wicket. I got it. Whoa! You out. I'm much better out there in the field anyway. All right, so Akeem is up. I'm going to have to throw him the googly. And I'm not talking about Tom Gugliotta. The googly is when you spin it off that way. Oh, a lucky hit. So now this here is one of my favorite games. Horseshoes, you ever played? No. That's called a ringer. That's what's called a ringer. So I got pressure on him. Pressure on him. I like pressure. I win. All right. Now, deal with that. Okay, let me show you some offense. You know? King. Man, that was embarrassing.
Maybe we can play one more sport.
One more?
No, one more for all the money.
Yeah. Do I get to pick it?
Okay.
Okay. All right, give me a minute.
Okay.
I'll be right back. There is no way that he can play polo. No way. I got my best mallet. Hey, you ready?
Yeah. Where's my horse?
You need a horse?
Of course. How are we going to play?
Unfortunately, we couldn't get a horse for Akeem on short notice, but when you're up against a Hall of Famer, you need every edge you can get. And I would like to thank the horse. His name was Trigger, I think, for his cameo. Anyway, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back for our weekly trip around Ahmad's mad NBA world. Don't go anywhere.
Thornton, tremendous move, hangs in the air, draws the foul.
Little long. And Andrew Bynum had it blocked away. Kobe saw the clock, gets it off the glass.
With
Give
the
me my
left
left
hand.
hand. Give me that left hand again.